Hello everyone, it's Momma Jo. How are you doing? I apologize in advance. I'm still not completely well. I've been sick for about 9 days. Been trying to hold out from going back to the doctor, or going to the doctor I should say. I definitely feel better. I just don't have my voice, and sometimes I have a little coughing when I lay down. But I've been trying to get videos out to you all, and I apologize they've been short, and you haven't seen my face because, like I said, I've been sick. But I've been trying to, still get something uploaded just about every day. And my husband, Michael, has been kind enough to still do some taste testing for me. So what do I have for you all today? Bear with me, please, with my voice. I'm going to make orange cranberry bread pudding. And that is something that's really good to have for Thanksgiving or at Christmas. And you can have it all year round if it's something that you really like. So I've got a hodgepodge of things going on here right now. But I do have a 9x13 pan that's sprayed, and I have it set out of the way for right now. And this can be done on the stove, but I have a small crock pot here. If I had to guess, it probably holds about a quart, maybe 2 quarts. And I thought I would put the sauce that goes on top of the bread pudding in here. So I'm going to throw everything together in here and get it plugged in and just let it, stay warm in here until the bread pudding gets done out of the oven. And I'm going to get ingredients in here, but I also want to show you the bread that I'm using today. I have leftover Texas toast bread that I used in a previous video. So that's probably been like, I want to say a week or 2 weeks. It's not molded. It's actually still good for something like this. I mean, you could make stuffing out of this if you wanted to, but I'm going to take and I'm going to chop this up, and I'm going to see how much I have, and that will determine how much eggs and liquid ingredients we'll need. And then, since I'm using cranberries and they are dried, I took a ½ cup of the dried cranberries and I have them soaking in hot water. This was about 1½ cups of hot water. I think I stuck it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and now the cranberries are just setting in there, to plump back up. And I'm going to drain them off here in just a little bit. So let me go ahead so you can see me do this part here. I'm just taking a can of sweetened condensed milk, and I'm putting it in that little crock pot. Try to get as much out as you can. It's very sticky. And to this, I've just got about a tablespoon of melted butter. That's just going to help so that to kind of thin it a little bit, and so it doesn't stick a whole lot. I have my little crock pot here sprayed also. Now to this, you could add a little flavoring. I might put just a little tiny drop of vanilla extract. That was probably about a teaspoon. And I took an orange and I zested the orange. And we're going to put this in the bread pudding, but I might put just a pinch in here. And then I squeezed that orange, and I got about a ½ cup. And I'm probably just going to put maybe a tablespoon of that in here. And I'm going to save the rest of this that's going to go in the bread pudding. like I said, I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Maybe just a little pinch like that. Okay, I'm just going to stir that. And that's all we need for our sauce. And this is going to heat up. Okay, so I'm going to get that plugged in. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to get the bread cubed up, and I'm going to bring y'all back because I got to see how much bread I have after I cut it up. We'll be right back. Okay, folks, we are back. I take my glasses on and off, so you're probably like, she had glasses on earlier, now I don't. To see things up close, I need glasses off. To see things far away, I need glasses on. That's what happens when you get older. And I'm stubborn, I don't want to go to transition glasses. So anyways, I ended up cutting that bread up, and I had way too much. This is a Pampered Chef bowl, and right here is 8 cups. So I've probably got about, if I had to guess, 10 cups. And see how I cut it up? Some of them are a little bigger, some are a little smaller. But when we put the liquid, you know, over our bread, a lot of that's going to shrink down. So I think we're going to be okay. So I got the biggest bowl that I own out. And I'm going to dump the bread in there for right now. Because I was going to all do it in my 9x13 pan. But I think with all that bread, and by the time I pour everything on it, it's going to make a mess. So if I mix it in a big bowl, if I have too much, then I don't have to put it all in. So, okay. So in the microwave, in this bowl, I had 3 tablespoons of butter, and I melted it. And I'm just setting it aside because it's hot right now. And you never want to add anything hot to your eggs. In this bowl, I have 4 eggs. And, you know, you can vary that up depending on how much you make. If you're not making as much, you use less eggs. If you're making a large amount, you'll want to use more eggs. So I'm going to start off with 4 eggs. And I'm just going to take my whisk and I'm just going to beat it up. To these eggs, you can use white sugar, but we prefer brown sugar. So this is a 1/2 cup, and then I'm going to add a 1/4 of a cup to make 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. This is, you know, considered a dessert, so Michael likes his to be a little sweet. Okay, I'm going to add in that zest of 1 orange. And remember, I took just a little bit out to put in the sauce for on the top. And that's optional. You don't have to do that. I'm just, you know, trying to give a little bit of orange flavor in the sauce too. Okay, I'm going to put that butter, the 3 tablespoons of melted butter in there. Remember that orange juice from 1 orange? Oh, and those cranberries, I did drain them off. They're sitting over here. I'm trying to get as much of the liquid off of them as I can. Okay, I think cinnamon goes good in here. So I'm just going to do just about a little rounded teaspoon. You could add other spices if you prefer. And I always heard that if you take a little bit of salt It always helps bring the flavor of things out. So I'm going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt in there. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Smells really good. Okay, now we have to add, if you have heavy cream, that's perfect. Use heavy cream. I have some, but if you don't have enough, you can just use milk. You could use half and half, and that's what I might have to do. Let me see how much heavy cream I have. I have a little here, but I don't think there's very much. A little over 1/4. So I think I'll get some heavy, or half and half, and add to that. Might have to open up another one. That's what Michael likes to use in his creamer. I mean, using his creamer, using his coffee, excuse me. And like I said, you can just use milk. Okay, so that's about a cup right there. I know we're going to need more than that. Okay, I'm going to go in with another cup. Now, don't forget, we already have, other liquid in here. We have the eggs and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right there for a second. I think what I'm going to do with the cranberries is, after I get the liquid, incorporate it with the bread, I think I'm going to sprinkle these on top, because I don't want to mash my bread. So what I'm going to do right now is looking for my spatula. Okay, wish you all could kind of see in there. And I'm going to just pour this over top. I'm just drizzling it. Okay. Let me bring you down, bring you over here so you can see. Hold on. Okay, can you all see in here? I've got some liquid down here in the bottom. And it's right now, it's pretty wet. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to my baking dish. And, I'm going to let it soak up that liquid a little bit. Probably give it about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to sprinkle those cranberries over the top. And I don't think it's going to need any more liquid. And I'm probably going to pop it in the oven. And I'm probably going to bake it for about 35 to 45 minutes. We'll see. And we'll be back.
On YouTube, we're going to taste test the orange cranberry bread pudding with sauce. Get ready. right on it. That is delicious. Absolutely amazing. You taste the orange, the cranberries, the sauce is just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like awesome. 2 thumbs up, absolutely delicious. Make sure you guys try this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all of Momma Jo's videos. Come back and get you some more goodness.